What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a ranking video, but it's going to be way too early. Obviously, I know we have free agency that's about to happen soon, or I guess technically it's already happening, but we're going to be ranking teams. Trust me, it will be different. But the point of it is to just kind of guess what's going to happen. We still have players going to other teams, but right now I'm going to be doing too early NBA predictions. So for this video, we're just going to be doing the Western side. I'll probably do the Eastern side. Let me know if you guys want that in the comments down below. But let's get right into it. All right, so just gonna go random here. Might be a little hard. Actually, you know what? We'll get my favorite team out the way. You know, all bias aside, I really do think the number one team, again, for the third year in a row, is gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Only team that I think is gonna compete with that, honestly, might be the Wolves. Might be the Wolves. Or the Rockets for the number one seed. But I really do think OKC just has it in the bag. For the second seed, actually, nah. We're just gonna go off teams. All right, this one's a little hard, but we're gonna go with the Kings. Other than that one cool playoff run they've had, they've been kind of mid. And I'm not really sure what direction they want to go. Are they gonna keep DeRozan? Are they gonna keep Sabonis? Are they gonna keep LaVine? I don't know. Some people said they were going to trade Sabonis. Sabonis had a meeting saying if he wanted to be there or not. I don't know what went on. I don't know what rumors were after that. But I'm going to honestly say the Kings, I think they make the play-ins again. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they want to be good or bad, but I don't know if they're going to go to a full-on rebuild. I just don't think they're going to be that good. So we're going to go with a 10th seed for the King. Utah Jazz, Ace Bailey. Doesn't look like he's happy to be there, but it is what it is. I think they have potential to be the worst team again. We're just going to put them there for now, but let's look through these teams. Who's going to be worse than them? Spurs? No. Trailblazers? I don't think so. Suns? Probably not, but they're going to be bad. Pelicans? I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the NBA or on the Western side. Timberwolves, no. Grizzlies, no. Lakers, no. Clips, no. Rockets, no. Warriors, no. Denver, no. And Mavs, no. So I think the Utah Jazz can safely secure the 15th seed again. All right, next, we're going to go with the Denver Nuggets. In my opinion, they were the best team in the playoffs that the OKC played against. I do think they have potential to be really good, but also potential to be kind of mid. Depends on what they do with their bench. Also depends on my boy Russ if he stays or leaves. So I don't know if they're gonna offer him something else. We'll see what happens. But I think they'll still be a 5 or 4, and I'm gonna give him a 4th seed. Last year they were the 4th seed too. Kings were the 9th seed, and Jazz were the 15th seed. I'm going to go with the Clippers. This is an interesting one because Kawhi is going to most likely stay. James Harden is going to probably stay. Well, actually, it's not a probably. He likes to switch teams, so I don't know what's going to happen. Their bench isn't terrible, or just our role players in general. I don't know if they're going to make a strong push again. I really think Kawhi is good, but I don't know. This is going to look kind of similar to last year's standings, but I'm going to have them. Actually, I'm going to drop Denver to the 5th seed and Clippers to the 4th seed. I think for now we're going to do that. I'll probably switch up things at the end, but we'll see. The Mavericks. This is an interesting one because Kyrie Irving is not going to come back until at least the end of the season. But they do have AD, which is pretty good. So we'll see how healthy he is. Obviously, they got the number 1 pick in Cooper Flag. We'll see how good he is. They have others like Gafford, Lively, Najee Marshall, Dinwiddie, I think, is on that team. Exum. And they got some players. I think the Mavericks without Kyrie can still be pretty decent. Just really depends how good Cooper Flag is on in his rookie year. Honestly, I think they can barely make the. I think, where were they last year? They were the 10th seed last year. I'll give them the 7th seed. 7th seed for now. I just think the Mavericks are gonna figure things out this year. I think they'll be pretty good, or better than they were last year. Golden State Warriors. This is a hard one, because as much as I love Jimmy, I think he's gonna have a little bit more of a drop off, and that's kind of sucky because he got paid a lot. I think Curry's gonna do fine as always. Draymond's gonna be Draymond. You know, they got Buddy Hield. Kuminga's probably gone. I'm not a big fan of Pajemski, so we'll see how good he is. I think they'll make the playoffs. What were they last year? They were the 7th seed last year. Honestly, that seems about right. I'm going to make them the 8th seed. I'm going to give them the 8th seed. I just don't know. I know they're really good when they got Jimmy. I just don't know how good he's going to actually be again. It's either 8th or 6th. I can't go higher than that. And I don't think they're higher than 6 anyways. I know they were playing higher than that at the end of the year. You know, with the record looking real nice. You know what? I'll put them at 6. Barely make the playoffs this time. Last year they were in the play-ins. I think they'll make it right outside the play-ins. Rockets with the new Kevin Durant acquisition. They got Fred VanVleet on a cheaper deal. Still got Jabari, Smith Jr., Şengün, Whitmore, Reed, Thompson. Got a bunch of good players. Probably forgetting a good name too. So, honestly, this team's pretty good. I think they were the 2nd seed. Honestly, I think they can be the 2nd seed again, 2nd or 3rd. So I'm going to give them 2nd. The Lakers. I'm going to go Lakers. Now, these are 2 early NBA ranking predictions. I don't know what the Lakers are going to get. They get something every year, right? So we're going to see what they can get. Right now, they don't have a good big. They lost out on Mark Williams. He went to the Suns. It is what it is. I really think the Lakers are stuck in this mid area. Last year, they were the 3rd seed. I don't see the 3rd seed happening again. I don't. So we're going to shift things down to the 6th seed. 6th seed. I think LeBron can get him to the 6th seed. I don't think LeBron's going to go to the play-ins. I think the Warriors might go to... You know what? I changed my mind. I think Denver can be the 4th seed, just like they were last year. I think Lakers will be the 5th seed. I think Clippers will actually drop down to the 7th seed, and Mavs are going to be in the 8th. The Mavs are going to be in the play-ins somewhere. Somewhere I think they're going to be in the play-ins. Now, the Clippers is a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one. I'm going to go with Spurs. This is an interesting one. I think if Wembanyama stayed healthy, they would have been a play-in team. There's only 2 spots left in the playoffs, which is hard because I think the Timberwolves are always here. I'm saving the 3rd spot for the Timberwolves, but I think the Grizzlies can make the playoffs. So I think the Spurs can too. So now we're going to drop the Kings, and we're going to put the Spurs at the 9th seed. Spurs at 9th seed. I think, will the Spurs be better than the Mavs? Wemby, Fox, Harper. Probably no Chris Paul. I think they'll be in the 9th seed. Somewhere between 7th and 9th. This is a hard one. This is a hard division. I think the East will be way easier. So let's just get the Timberwolves out the way. I think they'll be good again. Anthony Edwards will probably get him in the 3-4 range. I'm gonna give them the 3rd seed. I think they can do that. Portland Trailblazers. This is also another team that I think could possibly make the play-ins. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they want one more year of rebuilding and then do good. I think they could honestly they have a roster of a bunch of good players, but players that shouldn't be together. So you would look at that team and be like, man, they could probably make the playoffs, play ins. And I think that too. And they almost did. Then they started sucking at the end. So for that, I'm going to put them at the 10 seed. Yeah. And that's our playoffs for now. OKC, Rockets, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors are locks. And the play-in is going to be the Clippers, Mavs, Spurs, Trailblazers. And right now, the two teams that are eliminated, Kings and Jazz. And honestly, I'm fine with the Suns being the 14th seed. Shout out Devin Booker. He's by himself. I mean, there's Jalen Green, but Jalen Green is not going to help you get a playoff spot. If Kevin Durant couldn't do it, why would Jalen Green be able to? I don't know what's happening with Bradley Beal. He could be staying on there. He could not. He could go back home to the Wizards. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. He might just stay on there and just hurt the Suns. Next, we're going to go with... See, because I don't think the Grizzlies are going to just miss the playoffs. I do think the Pelicans are. But at the same time, like, Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray is probably going to be gone for a little bit. Zion. What were they last year? 21 and 61. I'm going to put them at the 13th seed. What were the Spurs? 34. Yeah, 13. This is tough. We're going to do that. We're going to switch that around. I think the Kings can make it again. Now I'm doubting because Kyrie's going to be gone for a while. So now I have that. Okay. Right now, this is what I have. I have the Jazz at 15, Suns 14, Pelicans 13, Trailblazers 12, 11, Mavs. Those are my 5 teams that didn't make the playoffs in my predictions. I think without Kyrie for a really long time, I don't know if the Mavericks can do it. And if they can, they're going to be teetering on the edge of 11 through 10 or 11 and 10 and possibly can make the play-ins. Possibly. I think the Trailblazers have one more year of being trash, and then maybe they'll make the play-ins. I think the Trailblazers got one more year. Pelicans. They're still going to deal with some injuries. Honestly, I think the Pelicans can still be better than this. So we're going to switch that. So we're going to put the Pelicans at 12 and Trailblazers at 13. Suns are going to be at 14. I don't think they're going to be good at all. See, I don't know if Jrue Holiday is even going to play at the... Okay, Trailblazers went down again. Trailblazers went down again. What do I think? No, you know what? No. We're going to keep it that way. Suns, I don't think they're going to be good. Obviously, the Jazz aren't going to be good. So now we're going to go to the play-in teams. So for the play-in teams, we got Grizzlies barely making it. Kings, Spurs, Clippers. I think the Clippers will barely miss the playoffs. But I'm really tempted to switch them between the Warriors. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So now it's going to be the Grizzlies, Kings, Spurs, Warriors. Can the Spurs jump that high? Because now I'm doubting if I think the Grizzlies are going to... You know what? Boom. Grizzlies 8 seed, Warriors 7 seed, Spurs 9 seed, Kings 10 seed. I'm not touching the play-ins anymore. It's set. It's set. That's my play-ins. Next we have the 1st seed to the 6th seed. 6 seed, we have the Clippers barely making it outside of the play-ins. Then we have the Lakers, both LA teams, or Inglewood in LA. Yeah. Then we have the Denver Nuggets. They were the 4th seed last year, so nothing changes for them. And then we have the Timberwolves, who were the 6th seed last year. So I do think they're going to jump up 3 more seeds. Then we have the Rockets, who were the 2 seed, and then OKC, who were also the number 1 seed last year. So the biggest jump that I can see, honestly, I think the biggest jump would just be 3, and that was the Timberwolves. I think the Spurs did it, and I think the Suns went down 3. So these are my predictions for next year's standings. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and why you would disagree or agree. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.